With us, we have Rasika Thakurpara, who is the nutritional head at Fortis Hospital. Experiencing breastfeeding for twins is something which is very different, very difficult, or very easy. Let's try and understand with a mom herself. Welcome, Rasika, to the Baby Chakra community. I
Hi,
am very
Pooja.
overwhelmed that you are sharing the journey of how a mother experiences breastfeeding for her twins. So, how are you doing today with us?
I'm doing good. How are you, Pooja?
I'm doing wonderful. Rasika, see, being a mother is an exquisite and an exclusive event in every woman's life, right? And having twins is like a double dhamaka. But everything is not the same. So can you tell us what does a mom experience when she gets the news कि मुझे twins होने वाले हैं और पता चल जाता है कि एक की जगह दो babies hai, and what is the kind of experience that a mother generally goes through? Can you share your
Um,
this?
Obviously, it's a true blessing, I would say, and it's very, very difficult to put all this in words. I mean, we would definitely fall short of words when you have to experience a motherhood. So when you get to know that you're going to become a mother, that itself is so overwhelming and it is so unexplained. I mean, it doesn't require any kind of explanation. On that, if you get to know that you're going to have a double dhamaka, then it is like, I mean, you are just out of the world. So it is definitely a true blessing, and I would say it's a beautiful miracle. Um, and later on, you get to know it's a real tough job by all means.
That is such a amazing statement that you made. Okay, when you get to know about the news, and when people react, or probably it's the first family, it is the friends, it is the near circle who are looking forward for the news, and then you say like, I'm carrying twins. Are
So
they taken
I
aback with like, oh?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I still remember how my mother reacted when I told her that I'm having twins. Because
Okay,
in my journey, I got to know in my second or third sonography that it's not a single fetus, it's a twin baby. And when I came out and when I
okay.
told my mother, and she's like, खरं म्हणतेस? खोटं तर नाही सांगत आहे ना? You're not lying, no? I don't know, why would I lie for this? So maybe mothers, they are very experienced. They might have got the idea that they are going to have a tough job in becoming a grandmothers also for twin babies.
Correct,
So yes, it is a
correct.
blessing. It's a blessing, and it's, I mean, I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing, but at the same time, it's a real tough job.
Right. You're saying it as a real tough job. Let me take this point, note this point, because when we are stay saying that 9 months, not everybody is blessed to complete these 9 months. Okay.
True.
I I look at it a very positive note that you are having twins, probably a girl or a boy, or two boys or two girls or two identical twins, whosoever they are, we are welcoming them. But what I heard from my friends' stories is like, seventh, eighth, and the ninth month, basically the last trimester, becomes a little difficult. And, carrying the weight, you're not able to do your activities, probably a preterm delivery, high BP or heavily diabetes. These are the complications that they do face. Now, in these cases, how do you counsel a mother telling her that it is okay, she needs to rest? Sometimes, because of cervical stitches, also the doctor tells कि आपको last trimester पे rest लेने का है. वो मॉम को खुशी एक्सप्रेस करने के लिए टाइम ही नहीं मिलता है. सो व्हाट आर दोस इमोशंस that a mom goes through during her life, especially when she is carrying twins?
So basically, it's a mixed emotion that she's very happy that she's going to she's going to become a mother for two kids. Maybe it is a boy or girl or both kids. I mean, both boys or both girls, whatever it is. But it's a physiologically, it's a real struggling phase of her pregnancy, because, as you truly said, that she might require a cervical encerclage because her cervix might become short, which
Correct.
needs to be stitched, during the fifth or the sixth month probably. That is one. Then she is at the risk of preeclampsia, which is a high blood pressure, or gestational diabetes mellitus. So there are a lot of complications, and one of the very, very common complication for the twin pregnancy is premature delivery. So
Right.
for the gynecologist, even if the pregnancy is carried for 34 weeks for twin pregnancy, it's a successful twin pregnancy. So
Oh, is it?
anything above 34, 35 weeks is a successful twin, because your uterus is not capable of holding two babies inside at one go.
Mm-hmm.
So it all depends upon that, and gradually, if any complication comes up, then mother is definitely is bed bound. She is kept on a bed rest.
Right.
There are a lot of positions that mother has to be in. I am telling it to you because I have gone through it. I had a premature delivery, and so it's a real.
Okay.
So she is happy because she is going to become a mother, but physiologically she is undergoing a lot of stress, which she
Right.
needs to deal with. Yeah, and at that time probably she is only thinking about keeping the babies in a safe environment and keeping the babies in the womb for the longer period of time as much as possible.
Correct.
And yeah, so I think that is the time when mother might not even think about what would happen after delivery, how is she going to feed two babies together, and how is so that is the time I think one mother should take it one thing at a time. So when she is
Okay.
pregnant, she should be taking care of herself in terms of nutrition, in terms of medication, in terms of proper rest, etc., etc., so that if babies are in inside mother's womb for longer period of time, definitely the outcome is better, because
Right.
anything mother's womb is anytime better than NICU. Everybody knows that. Okay, so
Definitely.
that's the first goal which a mother has to keep in front of her eyes if she is carrying twins. So that is one thing. So after delivery, there are every day there are new new things which mother will be getting to explore. So during pregnancy, she needs to only concentrate on prolonging the pregnancy,
Okay.
because
I get it.
premature delivery is one of the very, very commonly known complication.
Okay. So adding to this, you said about the physiological aspect. Let me ask you about the emotional aspects over here. See, a mother, when the child are delivered prematurely or after the 34th week, when you said, the gynac says successfully you have completed 34 weeks and get into a mode of delivery, the mother is still understanding, ki, should I wait? Should I, take a step back? What would happen? How would I take care? The emotional turmoil is sometimes taking a toll on her health physically. Because she is already prepared, knows that it's not going to be a easy task. But if her partner is going to be supportive in her journey, I think it would be an easy task. So how would you describe a role of a partner over here when she knows that her journey is going to be very different from what the others are experiencing?
So, Pooja, here, when a mother gets to know that she is carrying twins, the father has to start getting prepared. Because one baby, if mother is going to handle, second baby, father only has to handle. There is no second thought to that. Okay. So, father has to kind of, play a role of mother for one baby. Okay.
Right.
So, that is there. Even in NICU, whenever baby is kept in NICU, the first counseling that happens to the parents is the same. Father also, I mean, traditionally we have that thing that mother gets a maternity leave, father doesn't be at home.
Correct.
But in twins, only mother, whatever kangaroo care or whatever we see, it's, I mean, mother cannot give kangaroo care to both babies simultaneously. So there
Correct.
has to be a similar kind of touch to be given to to the babies. And if not mother, then who else? Nothing, nobody else than a father,
Right.
right? So
I
that
would
is
like.
there. So the role of father plays a very, very critical role, not only after the delivery, but even during the delivery, because definitely because of the heavy weight, and especially in the third trimester when mother requires a proper rest and etc., etc., father has to be there. Emotional support is required, because it's emotionally it is very good, but I mean, you are preparing yourself to become a mother, but
Correct.
physically you are tired, you get drained off, because
Absolutely.
you get completely drained off. You are you have a restricted movements, you are not sometimes able to eat. There is an immense amount of pressure on your belly. You have to urinate frequently. So there are a lot of things. You don't really get to sleep properly. There is a lot of backache. You can't sleep in one position, and there are restrictions in your movements at the same time. And
Mm-hmm.
then you have to keep your pressure under control. You have to keep checking your sugars. There are multiple investigations you have to have to undergo, and in between that there are going to be the gynecologist visit. So for all that, father has to stand by a mother.
I absolutely support the answer that you just told me right now. One aspect of it I would like to tell you, ask you, breastfeeding twins. Now, not all mothers successfully breastfeed their twins exclusively for the first 6 months. There are very rare chances. Research also says around 10% of mothers are able to successfully breastfeed their children exclusively. But when it comes to breastfeeding, the mother is very, very drained on the energy aspects, as we all know. And sometimes she is doing, cradle feeding position she is applying, or any other position feeding she is applying. But still, she is worried कि ये दूध हमेशा बराबर जा रहा है या नहीं. Or she might be in a thought ki, is the child getting enough, especially during the night when the child keeps you awake. So at this point of time, what would you suggest as a nutritionist, and through your experience, like what are the chances of the demand and supply to be met for a child when it's coming to twins feeding?
So I would give this answer in two aspects. A, if a if the birth is not premature and the babies are with mother, then the task becomes little easy, because when child suckles on the breast, so the the flow, lactation, the milk flow increases and it comes automatically.
Correct.
But if the babies are in NICU, then there are very, very high risk of mother going into lactation failure. So first, we will talk about the full term normal delivery for the twins, when mother is having both her kids along with her. So every second hourly, we encourage mother to put them on her breast. So as and when she encourages the
Okay.
breastfeeding, she can also use that pillow wherein she has the cradle position can be used for both the babies at one go, for both her breasts. And then whenever baby is asleep, whenever it is possible, mother has to keep expressing the milk. She can also store it, so that even if the baby is awake, one of the family member can feed the baby with the spoon or vati, or whatever bottle feeding, whatever, however the baby is comfortable. And during that time, mother can be given rest, because rest is essential. Because if
Mhm.
mother gets drained off physically, then it is very difficult for the breast milk to come. Because
Correct.
if mother doesn't get proper rest, then mother might go into a lactation failure also.
Correct.
So because mothers don't really get to sleep properly in at least first 6 to 8 months, so that is also there. So if mother has to eat well, that is one. Mother has to rest well. She has to eat the galactogogues. Now, being a nutritionist, we should not forget the importance of galactogogues. So all the whatever natural galactogogues we have, methi cheladu, dinka cheladu, ola naral, suka naral, ghee, dry fruits, and plenty of hydration, plenty of rest, proper sleep, and lot of pampering and love and care by family. Because your oxytocin hormone has to remain at its peak if the
Mhm.
lactation has to go well. Any
Correct.
stress, any disappointments, or any kind of depression in any way will definitely suppress the oxytocin level, and it will directly have an impact on the lactation part. So that is very, very important. So it's not only a mother who is lactating, entire family has to support the mother.
Mm-hmm.
Recently I have read the post that everybody comes to hold the baby, but more than a baby, mother needs to be held well, because she also undergoes a lot of physiological changes, and she is also undergoing a lot of pain to feed the baby. Okay,
Correct.
so every family is going to pamper the baby definitely, because everybody is waiting to hold the kid. But at the same time, even mother needs to be pampered properly in terms of food, in terms of whatever her wishes, wills are there, needs to be fulfilled, so that she is happy. If mother is happy, her hormones are going to be at its peak, and she will be able to lactate the baby.
That is
Now,
amazingly put.
another aspect of it is when babies are delivered prematurely and babies are kept in NICU, and the
Yes.
mother has to feed. So this is a very, very extremely tough job, because what we are also seeing here in NICU, usually whenever baby is not along with the mother, it is very difficult for a mother to, especially when it's a first baby or first twin delivery, when baby
Right.
has to, mother has to express her milk, because mother A is very, very worried whether her babies are doing well or not, looking at the babies, because babies are going to have few tubes, either orogastric tube, or babies are going to have few machines, babies are sometimes on ventilator. So for a mother, looking at the baby like this is very, very difficult, and that emotional that emotional phase puts a huge impact on lactation part of the mother, because that definitely puts her into depression. Mother keeps crying for the baby, and there are a lot of negativities around. So
Mm-hmm.
over there again, family and the neonatologist and the gynecologist plays a very, very important role. Mother needs to be motivated, mother has to have a very, very positive approach, mother has to use the good breast pump, a manual or electric, however she is comfortable. But every second hourly, she has to eat, she has to rest, and she has to express the milk, because the milk is the only thing that mother can provide to the babies. Babies will get good, uh, you know, immunity by immunoglobulins through mother's milk, and they will do really well in NICU. So mother should not go into lactation failure. Again here, mother needs to be pampered properly. She needs to be given a good care and support by her family members, especially by her husband and her whatever mothers and mother-in-law, so that she can express good amount of milk. She will not go into a lactation failure, and she can provide good breast milk to her babies who are fighting in NICU.
Right. I have seen this in my previous workplace that, NICU is like counseling, NICU counseling. When a doctor tells you about your conditions of your babies, it's the most toughest job for a doctor, especially when the kids who are having a survival thrive, okay, failure to strive, what we call, or they are malnourished because they are underweight, or they have very low birth weight, and they have so many tubes, and as you said that, oh, it is very difficult. The pity that uh, people show pity, where we are supposed to empathize, they show sympathy. This is what makes a mother drawn into a negative state of mind. But we have also seen miracles. A mother, a 24 weeker or 26 weeker, striving in the NICU and coming out successfully and going home at the 31st week and at the 33rd week home. This is all what we encourage a mother to do, help a mother, encourage her so much, and then the results are amazing. But Rasika, the mental trauma that a mother goes through, she is a true fighter for the survival of her babies. And वहाँ पे we cannot say that she's not done well. But at a given point of time, sometimes she feels like, why me, or why my kids? So in this situation, how do we encourage her to get back to her own feet and continue the rest of the journey with the same bravery that she showed during the kids NICU stay?
So I have also seen a lot of mothers in who sit outside the NICU, who keeps waiting for the doctor to tell them how well the baby is doing inside NICU, who get really depressed looking at baby going in on a ventilator, or babies on a oxygen support and all that thing. So basically, it really requires a self motivation. It is very, very essential, because mother, see, even though baby has come out of mother's womb, but for baby, he knows only his mother, because baby was inside the mother's uterus. Okay. So mother has to understand that she is the only one who can give positive vibes to the baby. So mother really has to stand strong with a
Right.
good bravery, and mother has to, I mean, that is not the situation wherein mother should be thinking, why me or why my babies. I am the chosen one, I am strong enough, and that's why I am the chosen one, and I am going to stand by strong, and I am going to make my baby come out very nicely out of NICU, and I'm going to take my babies home as soon as possible. This is how an approach every mother should have.
Right.
Many a times also we have also seen, especially in twin pregnancies, one baby doesn't really do well, but another baby is doing well. Okay.
Correct.
So again, that is the area wherein, mother might go into a lactation failure. So it's very, very easy for us to say, but sometimes what happens is mother is upset for one baby and she has to be happy for another baby because she has to
Absolutely.
lactate and she has to keep providing the breast milk to the baby who is doing good. Okay. So it's very difficult, kind of to put all these emotions into words, because every mother, I mean, whoever is, I would say, blessed, to blessed enough to
Experience motherhood.
experience such kind of a motherhood, you know. So it's very difficult, but at the same time, motivation is extremely important, and
Right.
family support has to be there, because these kind of things are not done without a manpower or without a family support.
Right.
It's essential. It is
It's
essential.
essential. Absolutely. So the best takeaways from this session we could say is that, with open arms, welcome the news. Support from the partner is very, very necessary. The mother has to be positive in the mind frame during the pregnancy, post pregnancy, and the love and support from her family members, from her friends, and also from the gynecologists and the doctors and the nurses. It's a whole team that helps and encourages the mother to be a part uh, for and make this part a little successful for her twins' journey to be, sailed out through thoroughly. First 1,000 days of life, we have been, talking about this, but first 1,000 days for two lives is definitely a very challenging yet an overwhelming uh, aspect that we all understand. And thank you, Rasika, for sharing your beautiful thoughts on this. Your insights, your personal journey insights have really helped our moms community over here. I could take much of these questions from the users, but if you have any other questions, you can share it in the link down below, and Rasika would be answering them. Thank you, Rasika, for taking out time from your busy schedule and joining us for this live session.
It's all my pleasure, Pooja.
Thank you. Thank you so much.